Hey, what's up guys, Shomojit here. Now when pursuing to buy a smartphone, the first thing that pops up in our mind is the question of what processor to choose. When performance is our main concern, then the processor as a component is the key factor. The smartphone market nowadays provides us with a variety of options. We have the Bionic chipset provided by Apple on their iPhones. We have the Exynos that Samsung provides on most of its devices. And we have the Kirin chipset provided by the Huawei on their Huawei and Honor smartphones. But the two prominent chipsets that most other manufacturers use are the Snapdragon from Qualcomm and the Helio from Mediatek. Now, every processor is manufactured based on a blueprint or architecture. The Bionic chipset and the Kirin chipset are based on architecture designed by their parent company Apple and Huawei themselves, whereas Samsung, Qualcomm and Mediatek purchases architecture from an architecture designing company named ARMS, and then either modifies their architecture or uses the same architecture to manufacture their processing chipset. Since most of the smartphones uses either Snapdragon or Mediatek as processors, thus choosing the right one is important. Qualcomm and Mediatek both purchases architecture from ARM. Qualcomm does some modifications to the ARM architectures and names its new modified architecture as Cryo-cores. Qualcomm then used this modified Cryo-cores to manufacture their Snapdragon CPU, whereas Mediatek uses the same architecture provided by ARM without any modifications. The modifications made in the Snapdragon chipset through Cryo-cores enhances its AI performance as well as overall gaming performance, but this also makes the Snapdragon chipset a lot more expensive. If we consider the last 5 years, Mediatek has covered up the performance gap and is now giving head-to-head competition to Qualcomm Snapdragon. Mediatek processors are known for their affordable chipset that provides maximum performance at minimal cost. Mediatek has also planned to introduce a 5G chipset for a smartphone under 15,000 segment. At the entry-level price of 8,000, Mediatek's Helio G70 on Realme C3 on Antutu benchmark scores 1,90,000, whereas the Snapdragon 665 on Xiaomi phones costing 12,000 scores 1,60,000 only. So, as a conclusion, in the entry-level, mid-range and upper mid-range segment, a phone with a Helio chipset is most likely better than a phone with a Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset. But when considering the flagship segment, the only option to go for is the Snapdragon 800 series like the 865. This is the situation as of now, but looking into the progress of Mediatek, in the future their Diamond City series might also compete with the Snapdragon's flagship 800 series. As of now, if you are looking to buy a mid-range smartphone, it's better to go for a Mediatek chipset like G9TT rather than going for a Snapdragon chipset like 720G. And that's it guys. If you like this video then like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Until then, peace out.